What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are doing another experiment video. This time, another age experiment video where we take the best player at each age and obviously put them on a team. A few of you guys probably did suggestions, but I can't remember exactly who did first, so I apologize. I don't want to give credit to someone that may not have been the first one, so thank you, everyone, I suppose. And for this one, it's going to be a little bit tougher for me to, here's the thing. The overall's fair. It's fair, but the thing is, we obviously had to take a lot of really good players away, so this could still be the highest overall team. Let's actually take a quick look. Nothing special. We're going to run through really quickly. So, 85, 84. The Browns would probably be the highest. So, 87. The highest team is an 87, but we're second highest. So, I mean, not, far and away, what's the point of doing this experiment? They're obviously going to win type of deal. We're not even the highest overall. So, let's take a look at the team. Of course, there's no easy way to do this, because if I go by age itself, you're going to see all the guys, ahead of it. I don't know how I want to do this. Screw it, we are just going to go by age. So, for the youngest player, I wouldn't say technically in the league, but the best player, the youngest player you can be, 20 years old in Madden, goes to Kyle Pitts. There was a few others, but he is by far the best of all those players. So, Kyle Pitts, he will not be the starting tight end in this situation, but that's fine. For 21 years old, we went with Jamar Chase. Technically, you could have made Trevor Lawrence, but as you already know, or as you could assume, yeah, there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks on this already. So we went with Jamar instead of Trevor, who is probably the better player, but Jamar Chase, very good selection as well. All these guys are going to be like 1 year younger than what they're supposed to be. It was better this way than to just mess up all the ages. So Tristan Wirfs as a 22-year-old is technically the best in my mind. There are a couple of other options, but I think he was the best for me and the best overall. Same with Nick Bosa for 23 years old. 23-year-old players. Metcalf was also 23, but technically Nick Bosa is better, I suppose, and especially in Madden. And then for 24-year-old, you could have made the argument for Lamar, but he is 91 years old. That's not true. 91 overall. He is not as consistent as Jair has been, but more importantly, just not even as high of an overall as him in Madden. Now for 25-year-old players, I didn't even look at the list because I just knew Mahomes was number one, so I put him at number one, obviously. For 26, it was also very hard to beat. Jaylen Ramsey, 26 years old, 97 overall. 27 goes to Tyreek. There are a lot of decent 27-year-olds. I think Stephon Diggs is also 27, or is he 28? I don't even know, but Tyreek was the highest overall. For 28-year-olds that I actually almost forgot about, Davante Adams, there also was, Odell, Michael Thomas, and all them. You can make your case for them, but Davante was the best wide receiver in the league last season without a doubt, and is a 99 overall, so can't argue that one. Deandre Hopkins, for 29 years old, DeAndre Hopkins, the best overall, the best player. Aaron Donald, you could have had Mac there, I believe he's 30. There's a couple other guys, but Aaron Donald is the best defender in the league, so obviously he's the best at 30. Travis Kelsey at 31. There were a couple options like Bobby Wagner I really wanted to use, but Kelsey was the highest overall and technically the best at his position. But if it was my list, I would have put Wagner because there's a lot more, well, I wouldn't say there's a lot more tight end talent that are similar to Kelsey than there is talent to Wagner, in my opinion. Von Miller, hopefully see him healthy again in the future with the Broncos. 32-year-old. Best 33-year-old was Trent. The best 33-year-old was Trent. What am I missing? 33-year-old players, or what am I'm missing the 34-year-old, aren't I? I think it is Calais is 34, but for whatever reason, he's still 34 here. I don't know if his age was just, he has a September birthday. That's probably what it is. So Calais says 34. Mac is the best 35-year-old. Best 36-year-old is Matt Ryan. Best 37-year-old is Rodgers. Best 38-year-old is Incognito. Best 39-year-old is Whitworth, but we didn't have any running backs on the list. I was like, you know what? Put the old GOAT, Frank Gore, in there. Why not? And then, to my knowledge, I couldn't find any 40-year-old, 41, 42-year-olds, and so on. So, Tom Brady at 44 and Adam Vinatieri at 48, I believe, make up the finale of our roster. Or Brady's, I think he's going to be 44 when the season starts anyways. It is what it is. But of course, to fill the rest of the roster, I chose some of the worst players in free agency to do so. So offensive line. You know, the offense has all real players except for the fullback. Defense, obviously, a bunch of lower overall guys, you know, 59 free safety, you know, a bunch of lower-end guys, but obviously still a really good team, proving once again that overalls are kind of skewed in Madden because this doesn't look like an 86. It looks like a 93, 94 at minimum. But let's see it. Let's see, can the team of the best players at each age do it? Can they win the Super Bowl? They better at least make the playoffs. That'd be pretty sad if they don't do that, at least. Which they, of course, do, and they go 14-2. I did not mean to rhyme, but I did. Also, if you guys have any suggestions for video ideas like these in the future, let me know in the comment section below. Maybe leave a like and subscribe as well. We always do these crazy random experiments. Patrick Mahomes, not the #1 quarterback, which is a little surprising because we actually have the majority of really good quarterbacks. So Baker Mayfield, the better quarterback, apparently. I don't know why EA loves Baker so much, but they do. Mahomes, obviously a great season, though. Frank Gore, good yards, over 1,000. Touchdowns and yards per carry aren't great, but he is an old man, and he's slow. Devontae Adams, pretty solid. Hopkins, pretty solid. Tyreek, meh. Kelsey, really meh. Offensive line performance, really, really good, obviously. Sack totals, let's take a look. 12.5 for Calais, 12 for Donald, 11 for Miller, 6.5 for Bosa. That's all cool. Cool beans, man. Interceptions were awful, even though we actually have a really good secondary. Well, good corners, I suppose. Adam Vinatieri, not bad. Let's take a quick look at the awards. Be a really bad Pro Bowl, by the way, if this team makes the Super Bowl. I'm just going to say that because there's a lot of good players here on this team, believe it or not. I'd say half the Pro Bowl would be here. How many players did actually make the Pro Bowl? I'll check if we don't, if we make the Super Bowl, I'll check manually. But if we do fail, obviously we don't have to. And we don't have to. Wow, we lose to the Saints. What a lackluster finish. Is this game for real? Let's take a look at the Pro Bowl roster. So you have Mahomes, you have Devontae Hopkins, you have Kelsey, you have Williams, you have Incognito, you have Mack, no right guard, you have Bull. Well, no, you do have a right guard. You have a back. I forgot we put Whitworth at right guard. Wirfs, D-line. Chase Young was almost on the list. Aaron Donald is there. Calais Campbell, Von Miller. Corners, probably someone there. No? No, really? Didn't get a single corner on the list. That's a little surprising. But yeah, a lot of players would have been gone. Starters and backups. What a disaster. The Jets are in the Super Bowl. Come on, EA. Do better. Do better. Watch them win. There's no way they almost won again. How? Where's the Jets? Obviously, I'm going to take a look at our performance as well. They lost by 1. What even is happening? I don't know what's wrong with this game. It is all over the place. Let's take a look at our loss to the division rival Saints. Winston, just a god apparently. Running, I will say, is expectedly bad. Receiving, Travis Kelsey was decent. What about the blocking? I mean, looks like they were the only ones that give up sacks, and they were to the big 3 there. Unfortunate. And look at the picks. All of the bad players on our team got picks. None of the good ones. Do overalls matter, or do certain positions matter more than most? I have no idea. But apparently that's the way EA thinks a team made up of the best players in the entire league would go. Of course, we probably should have a few names that retire on us, as we see Mack, Incognito, and Whitworth. So the offensive line takes a massive hit. You lose 3 starting talent players. Obviously, there will be some regressions there as well. Overall, we obviously went up in overall, but still... you have 3 X-Factor wide receivers. It's insane. Technically 5 receivers that are X-Factor because, you have a couple. That guy is not real. It's literally a fake person. What else do you have defensively? Both of the safeties are gone. Interesting. Yeah, a little lackluster. I thought we would have at least made the Super Bowl and could have went in and watched a little bit of it, but apparently EA thinks... too much age, perhaps, just too old of a team, or they just think they can't mold because there's just too much talent. I don't know how that works, but clearly if a team was ever made to be a super team like this, which is near kind of impossible. I know the Buccaneers were a really, really good roster, but they aren't necessarily a super team as this would be, where it's all of the best players in the league pretty much on one team. A lot of the guys that were the best at their age were literally the best in the league at their position as well, obviously. So, it is what it is. Obviously, a lot of fun. If you guys enjoyed this, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe. Once again, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PKR Plays, twitch.tv/Jeromepkr for all those extra things. And let me know in the comment section below what we should do next for an experiment. If you heard that sound, that was just me messing with the little clamp for my mic. I don't know why. It just sounds like a really old car trying to stop really quickly. But that's pretty much it. I don't know if there was a video earlier today or this was the second video, the only video, the first video, whatever it is. But there will be a rebuild tomorrow of the Denver Broncos. And you're probably thinking, well, you did one, but that was with Aaron Rodgers, which I don't see it happening, right? I just don't. So it is what it is. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!